Lake Pillsbury is in Lake County, and it is created by Scott Dam. Scott Dam creates 26 billion gallons of fresh water that then moves its way into Mendocino County and then hits what's called Cape Horn Dam. Cape Horn Dam is a diversion facility that then redirects some of the water from the Eel River into the Russian River. That then goes into Lake Mendocino, which then reintroduces itself into the Russian, which obviously makes its way to Sonoma County, provides the water for our aquifer, for many of the vineyards, for many of the ranches, and the farmers. That water is also then supplied to Marin County. Novato receives 75% of its water from Sonoma County. If Sonoma County doesn't have the water, Novato doesn't have the water. For all of Marin Municipal Water District, they receive 25% of their water from Sonoma County. If Sonoma County doesn't have the water, Marin doesn't have the water. So this is an existential crisis for the entire 101 corridor going all the way up to at least Mendocino County. And these are some of the things that we need to make sure that this region is aware of. Because what's happening now is that many of those in the political positions are making sure that we do not know what's happening. Because if we don't know that there's something that's about to happen negative, we have no chance to stop it. And so there's an amazing information campaign, and it's basically an information suppression campaign. So one of the major messages of my campaign is nothing but getting out the word that this is happening. Because every time, it doesn't matter whether they're a Democrat or a Republican, that I tell them what's happening with Lake Pillsbury, they are infuriated. They are we'll say vociferous about their response. And that is something that I believe, as long as we can get the word out, that many people will get on board with. Because this, again, it's not a partisan thing. This is a person, this is a people thing. If we don't have water, then we don't drink, we don't bathe, we don't have the ability to grow food, our food costs will go up, our water costs will go up. These are things that PG&E is doing to basically create greater demand for a scarcity resource, which they can then charge more per unit for. So there's two arguments. One of them's kind of a throwaway, but well, I'll leave that alone. The first one is the fish. So he says it's for the fish. If you look at his logo right on the side, it's the logo of a trout, or maybe a salmon. But the point is that he believes that if we spend $500 million to get rid of the dam, then the fish will have the ability to access the remaining miles of the watershed. And my question is, if there's no water, how do we help the fish? And why would we spend $500 million when we can make a fish ladder to work its way around? So this is not to counter any of the other things that are taking place with water efficiency and making sure that conveyance is done in a very economical way. But if we have no water, none of that matters. Yeah. The second issue with the dam is that it's stated as seismically unsound. And that's an absolute true statement. When they were building the dam, they realized that where they had selected the far side of the abutment was not a solid rock, it was what they were calling the knocker. And so the dam is in an incorrect position, but that dam's been there for 114 years. I think we've got enough time to build a new dam behind it. A new dam that has a more efficient, more effective turbine power. Maybe we combine it with other technologies that, this is not where my skill set comes in. Mine comes in and saying, if we remove water, we will have a drastic issue. But what we need to do is update the assets. And PG&E wants to exit the asset, and that's perfectly fine. They're a private entity. They can do that. But we are the people of this region. We are the stakeholders. We are the ones that will suffer or succeed based on our actions here.